First to last.
Okay, everybody, if you're not sure what to do right now, maybe
In
just
a
deal with some bombs.
questionnaire about Superman.
Hey, we got the one we wanted.
Not there.
I mean, like, you would have caught me if there was
Naomi,
one
you were
round.
in one round, and you're like 500 off.
Oh, I know. Why can I not?
How much is
Not a bed
No.
What? Oh, sugar, sorry. Sorry. To be fair, we know now.
Whoa, dude! What the f are you eating, man?
Just some f***ing baby carrots, bruh.
Whoa! But they look like big carrots, only way f***ing smaller.
That's
I
just
hate you so much.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I just can't get this nude Steve Buscemi sculpture right.
You want something on it?
You three look like you need some hot trivia action. There's your hardware. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
The devil! Sure, God and heaven sound great and everything, but have you fully considered hell? Or are you just going by what you've heard?
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride. Right off the top, I could stare at Steve Buscemi's face all day. Which potential Boardwalk Empire spin-off does not also include the name of a Monopoly property? Park Place Empire? Player 1, who are you gonna screw? Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds. How do you say, no? Player 1, nicely screwed. You want even more cash? Player 2, there is a St. James and a St. Charles Place in Monopoly, but no St. John's Place. One thing I enjoy about Boardwalk Empire is all the gratuitous flashing of community chests. Player 1, well, let's pull a chance card. It says you're an idiot. Here's what I like to call NSA OK. Ah, crap. The NSA's collecting information off my computer again. I hope they don't snag my Visa card info, because that's the card I use to buy all my embarrassing stuff. Okay. Which of these is my Visa card? 3000, blah blah blah, 8450, 4000, blah blah blah, 9010, 5000, blah blah blah, 0. Player 3? Player 1. Great, now the NSA knows how dumb you are. Want to see the answer? All Visa account numbers begin with the number 4.
6.
Similarly, all MasterCards begin with the number 5, and Discover cards start with, I don't know. Hey, anybody know what number Discover cards start with?
I don't know what.
Anybody? Guess not. Player 2? That 666 should have been a tip-off that this answer was the wrong choice. But someone out there really likes it when you make wrong choices, and that's why you've won this gift basket from hell, personally prepared for you by our sponsor, the devil. Go ahead and keep up your habit of consistently doing the wrong thing. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here's a good one. How long has that been in your mouth? And it's a dis or dat. Player 3? Your score could use a hand. Why don't you play this one? I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a popular brand of gum or an adult cable network. If it's gum, press the square button. If it's an adult channel, press the circle button. The rest of you should still keep your eyes open. Pick your answers before player 3 does, because if player 3 gets it wrong, everyone who gets it right will split that cash. Okay, let's move. Hubba Bubba. Brazzers. Slice. Crunch. Fresh. Juicy. Big Red. This failure is going to stay in your stomach for 7 years. I don't watch much adult entertainment, but I love gum, and I know that in general it's not a good idea to swallow. Sorry, that joke left a bad taste in my mouth. Up next, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Why you even play?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Often misidentified by Sylvester the Cat. Kangaroo, player 2, who's gonna... Goodness, player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. This is gonna hurt. Player 2, that was some mighty fine screwing. Time to twist the knife. Players 2 and 3. Numerous Sylvester cartoons feature a young kangaroo character named Hippity Hopper, who Sylvester believes to be a giant mouse. So many unanswered questions in Sylvester's life. Is that a giant mouse or a kangaroo? Is Tweety a boy or a girl? Why do I sound pretty much exactly like Daffy Duck?
5 fingers!
Here's one for you. His jokes fell in deaf ears. What might it sound like if Jimmy Fallon's nightly monologue suddenly turned into a soliloquy? Here's a question. What's up with Congress? But seriously, Roots, player 3, where's that screw going? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Superlative use of the screw, player 3. Want a little more money? Player 1. Player 3. A soliloquy is when an actor expresses his thoughts and feelings towards himself as though no one else is present. But Jimmy Fallon could never really pull off a soliloquy because he knows Jay Leno is just steps away hiding in the curtain. We finished round 1, and it looks like player 2 has the lead, and feeling pretty good right about now. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And I want to see some screwing. You're being too nice. Next, I really want to be able to judge a book by its cover. Considering what happens to Harry Morgan, what would be the more descriptive title for Ernest Hemingway's To Have and Have Not? To have and have not legs, to have and have not an arm, to have and have not a face. Player 2, you're about to have not some fake dollars. Players 1 and 3, Harry Morgan loses an arm in To Have and Have Not. Which is why this should have been the book Hemingway titled A Farewell to Arms. You know, just a real missed opportunity.
Question 7! Get up and shake your monkey bang!
It's time for Silence is Molden. Not that I've missed him, but I haven't seen my ventriloquist dummy Billy O'Brien around very much lately. Seems like he's been busy with something. Usually when I mention him or not, he just shows up. Maybe if I play his song.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Did somebody call?
Billy, what's new? I see you've got some kind of paper with you there.
It's not just any teacher, it's Nigel Clona from Dunny College.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to college.
Not anymore, I graduated this morning.
With honors?
No. If not Dunny College awarded me highest honors, what would be written on my diploma? Summa cum laude, magna cum laude, maxima cum laude, or just cum laude?
Player 2.
Whoa! Oh, that was nice.
Player 1. Player 3. Yep, summa cum laude is the highest academic honor a student can receive upon graduation. Well, sorry you didn't do better in dummy college, Billy, but I'm still proud you graduated. By the way, what's the name of this dummy college you went to anyway?
The University of Florida.
Follow me down to the sea.
Let's try Adorable. Which Dora the Explorer character would Dr. Dolittle not have the power to talk to? Dora, Boots, Swiper, or Map? Player 2. Hate to disappoint you, but... Wait, no I don't. Player 1. Just because his main power is talking to animals doesn't mean he can't also talk to humans, right? Right. Player 3. Dr. Dolittle can talk to the animals like Boots the monkey and Swiper the fox, and obviously to people too, but he did not have the power to talk to magical maps. You know, why is talking to animals so impressive? I think the real magical power is listening. Open wide for you're beta testing my patience. Which video game would testers probably find a giant bug in? Sartre the game, Tolstoy the game, Camus the game, or Kafka the game? Player 2. Check, please. Players 1 and 3. Franz Kafka wrote The Metamorphosis, the story of how Gregor Samsa transformed into a giant bug. That's one bug the developer should probably not remove. Otherwise, it'll just be a game about a guy who wakes up as a human and goes to work or something. And I played enough of The Sims.
As soon as I pressed it, I went on map.
Say hello to Gambling Edition. What super cool thing should I say while betting on a 7 in roulette? Always bet on black, always bet on red, always bet on black in America, but bet on red in Europe. Or, always bet on green. Player 2, honest mistake. Players 1 and 3, ooh, that would be cool, but wrong. Where's that confounded right answer? The number 7 in roulette is always red. And the super cool thing I always say whenever I make any kind of roulette bet is, please, 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 I can't lose this. Why did I make this bet? I can't afford to lose this money. Somebody help me.
Is it 0 that's free?
Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. Make my hair look like a pig's ass. Who's rocking the pigtails? Good luck.
You have to have a wife.
You don't know that.
Okay.
That's offensive. You have
Player
just
3
narrowed
takes
it
the
down.
win!
What shall we do today?
Player 3, fame is fleeting and so are victories. 1 minute, players 1 and 2 are humbled like the dogs they are, and the next, they're telling you, "You don't know Jack!"
Yeah? Order 66.
No. More than 6.
Welcome aboard! I'm Cookie Masterson, and don't worry, very few people have ever died during this game. Fewer than 100.
But more than one.
It's funny, the more Star Wars talk.
3 players, and not one of you thought to bring me flowers. Nice. There are your screws to get you started. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big.
The main objective.
And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
Stop Sign Quarterly Magazine, because all the other magazine topics were already taken.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's get this party started. Okay, to get things started, kiss the cook, please. So, I'm taking a cooking class tonight, hoping to meet some single ladies. Maybe flirt a little. Which of these sexy maneuvers would be the least saucy? Licking fondant off my lips, winking while smelling coulis, playfully starting an aioli fight, or tasting pesto off my finger? Player 2? Ah, pine nuts. Players 1 and 3? Fondant is a special type of cake icing and not a sauce. The others here are sauces. It's still pretty sexy though. In fact, I'm wearing it on my nipples right now, mostly to prevent chafing. Coming up next, she sells surgical procedures by the seashore. Say Extra host Maria Menounos decides she needs a new nose. If she wants the one that'll give her the best sense of smell, what should Maria Menounos' new nose be? A dog? Player 1, who's gonna get it? Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. A bear has the best sense of smell of any land mammal, and possibly the best in the world. I really hope she doesn't get that bear nose, though. My chances with her are slim enough without her being able to smell really well. Unfortunately, player 1, you're screwed.
I thought I screwed myself. My button, I hit screw.
And on its way, death comes to us all. Who kicked the bucket? A guy who kicked... Alright, player 2. Believe it, player 3. You're screwed. You got 5 seconds to answer. Oh, man. Time's up. Player 2, you handle that screw very well. Grab a few more bucks, why don't you? Player 2, I'm rolling my terrible eyes. Player 1, Charlie Bucket is the hero of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So somebody kicks Charlie Bucket. Big deal. At least he didn't get sucked up a glass tube or turned into a blueberry or thrown down a garbage chute or shrunk down to 6 inches or have an everlasting gobstopper shoved up his butt. That last one's from the porno version, actually. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I did.
Take a stab at Robin Thicke as Thieves. I love that old Robin Thicke video, Blurred Lines, with all the sexy nudity and... Oh, there's a song too? No, I've never watched it with sound. What might Robin Thicke have if he drew 6 blurred lines? A fuzzy octagon, a blurry hexagon, an indistinct pentagon, or a blurry heptagon? Players 1, 2, and 3. There are 6 lines in a hexagon. But if Robin Thicke drew it, it would be a sexagon, am I right? So sexy. Now, which one of the women in the video was Robin Thicke? The blonde one? I introduce the paisley fabric of society, and it's time for a dis or dat.
Ignore me. I can't remember.
Player 3, you're behind at the moment, so this dis or dat has got your name on it. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a song by country music star Brad Paisley, or a chapter from Nelson Mandela's autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom. If it's Brad Paisley, press the square button. If it's Nelson Mandela, press the circle button. Now the rest of you should listen carefully. Lock in your answers before player 3. If player 3 gets it wrong, I'll split up that cash to everyone who got it right. Cool, let's do it. A country child. I can't change the world. Birth of a freedom fighter. I'm still a guy. Letter to me. Talking with the enemy. Accidental racist. Not bad, but don't expect a curtain call.
Well, I don't think it does it work that way. Oh.
An international icon, a true believer in freedom, and a man who stood up for what was right. Brad Paisley is easily one of my top 10 favorite country singers. Round 1 is in the books, and player 3 is at the front of the class. But for how long? Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't be afraid to use those screws. We don't want them getting rusty. This one's called Like Plight on Rice. Which brand of rice would most likely cause Spider-Man to suddenly break down and cry in the grocery store? Soderains, Rice-A-Roni, Uncle Ben's, or Minute Rice? Players 1, 2, and 3. Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, had an Uncle Ben who was tragically killed by a robber when he was younger. Luckily, he doesn't have a dead Aunt Jemima, or the grocery store would emotionally wreck him.
I saw someone speak about this with Megamind.
Bucker up for the male gaze.
In Megamind, they
Mr. Masterson, there's a package for you.
Yes! It's the Playboy Bunny poster I got from eBay. The joke's on you, Poster Guy 83, because I ended up outbidding you by over $100. Oh, it's beautiful. It almost looks real. Say, if my Playboy Bunny poster could come alive the same way the Velveteen Rabbit did, what should I do? Player 3, who gets your screw? The screw is in you, Player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Good effort. Good effort. Mighty fine screwing, Player 3. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 3, the Velveteen Rabbit had the ability to come alive when its owner truly loved it. Okay, it's worth a shot. I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh my god, she's alive.
What happened? Where am I? Why are there pictures of cats everywhere?
Oh, yeah, don't worry, they won't interrupt us.
Ah, get away from me!
Well, time to get a new poster. Player 1, never!
I don't like the idea that Rowan goes, I have this beautiful sexual woman. Drowner.
Here we have, that's one long Toy Story. Say the next Toy Story movie introduces a new character named Buzz Parsec. Judging by his name, about how many Buzz Lightyears should fit inside of him? About 3 Buzz Lightyears, about 30 Buzz Lightyears, about 300 Buzz Lightyears, or about 3... Player 2. Whoa. Whoa! Players 1 and 3. What were you thinking there? So honestly... There are 3.26 light years in a parsec. So in theory, you would be able to fit 3 whole Buzz Lightyears and like maybe just the arm of a 4th Buzz Lightyear into a single Buzz Parsec. A bigger and better Buzz character is a good idea. They could even get the toy to be voiced by a bigger and better actor than Tim Allen, like, oh, who am I kidding? Impossible!
No, Chandler, it's Chandler.
Why not try? Wax on, get off. So you know the Madame Tussauds wax museums, right? There's one in London, one in New York, one in Hollywood. So tell me this. If the infamous Hollywood Madam got a wax statue in the Hollywood Madame Tussauds, what could you see there? An unusually shiny Ashley Dupree, a fake-looking Divine Brown, a dead-eyed Deborah Jean Pelfrey, or an awkwardly posed Heidi Fleiss? Player 3? Any last words? Not too late. Player 2? Could be worse, you know, in theory. Player 1. Ashley Dupree was Elliot Spitzer's prostitute, Divine Brown was Hugh Grant's prostitute, Deborah Jean Pelfrey was the DC Madam, and Heidi Fleiss was known as the Hollywood Madam. So she'd be perfect for the Hollywood Madame Tussauds. And if you slip her $400, she'll hook you up with a wax hooker of your choice. How about $$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$$ What kind of bank did a cartoon bank robber most likely just rob if they're carrying giant money bags with this symbol on them? A cartoon British bank, a cartoon German bank, a cartoon Mexican bank, or a cartoon Japanese bank? Players 1, 2, and 3. That is the pound sterling symbol, used for currency in several countries, maybe most famously in England. And when robbing a cartoon British bank, it's important not to attract the attention of any mustachioed cartoon bobbies. They'll throw you in a cartoon jail before you have a chance to cartoon run away, leaving only a cartoon puff of smoke shaped like your cartoon body.
Hope you guys are all ready to get scrubbed.
Step right up to the jacket. Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. Psych to be at this hospital. What's their movie that's set in a psych ward? Good luck.
No one talking to me. Oh, because he doesn't know. Okay, I got you. Trying to link what the link is.
I feel like that was just a little bit obvious.
No, I didn't actually realize I was going to be captured. That's so good,
Well done.
Player 3 wins it all! You may have won Player 3, but I wouldn't quit my day job if I were you. In fact, I'd consider getting a second job. Maybe in sales. Yeah, that'd be perfect for you, because...
You don't know Jack!
You don't. We better hurry.
Hi there, I'm Evan Jacover, and I'm just watching this microphone till Cookie gets back from the bathroom.
I'm coming! Welcome, you three. I bet this is the highlight of your day. Everybody's got their screws. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash.
Oh, you can pause it.
I can.
You're not going to tell her that.
No, I wanted to know what she was going to do. Also, if you don't give her a little bit of haste, then it will take forever. See, as you can see, she has forgotten something.
Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The Mime Weather Channel. The weather channel that will really pull you in with an invisible rope.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, let's hit it.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's start with time for another question. I'm sorry about all the noise. My cleaning lady is vacuuming right now because apparently it couldn't wait till tomorrow when I'm out of the office. Anyway, speaking of loud, obnoxious noises, tell me, what do loud, obnoxious sound waves like the ones coming from my cleaning lady's vacuum travel through the fastest? Player 2? Oh, you're screwed, player 1. You got 5 seconds. Oh, the humanity! Well played, screw, player 2. Let's see if you can make this really hurt. Player 3? I think you know it's coming. Player 2? What? No! No! I don't think so. Were you thinking of this one? In general, sound waves travel fastest through solids. Oh, I guess she's done. Alright, Miranda, next time could you... Hey, where'd she go? Steve, the sound guy, did you see a cleaning lady leave here?
Cookie, we haven't had a cleaning lady in over 40 years.
Wait, you've been working here for over 40 years? Man, Steve, the sound guy, that's really pathetic.
Yeah.
Spot was a side
I call this one, I trust Angry Penguin 69's opinion. The logo of which department store could accurately be called 1 star by Yelp reviewers? Kohl's. Player 1, who do you want to screw? Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Player 1, that was a successful screw. Don't stop there, get some more cash. Player 1, to the rack you go. Player 3, Macy's logo consists of 1 big red star. But it's one heck of a big red star. In fact, I'd give their big red star 4 stars out of 5. If it were inside a Super Target logo, I might even consider giving it 5 out of 5.
I mean, I appreciate what you're saying.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Those would be mine too. You know, when
And
you
now,
go 50-50 and you're
war
like, please eliminate the other
out.
beat, because I know it's not the other
If
beat.
military combat drones serve the same purpose as honeybee drones, what would happen during a drone strike? Drones stinging enemy combatants? Drones making honey for enemy combatants? Drones barfing on enemy combatants? Or drones having sex with enemy combatants? Player 1.
What do honeybee drones do?
Players 2 and 3. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Honeybee drones don't sting, they don't make honey, they're pretty much just around to have sex. Which would explain why most drone strikes only last a few seconds.
Well, change to this one.
Take a good look at. These drawings are foul-mouthed, and it's time to draw up a this or that. Player 2, you could use more cash. Yeah, why don't you take a crack at this one? I'm gonna read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a piece of art in the Museum of Modern Arts, or the name of a South Park episode. If it's MoMA, press the square button. If it's South Park, press the circle button. Now the rest of you listen up. Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. 2 children are threatened by 2 guys naked in a hot tub. War is no nice. Eek, a penis. Adjustable wall bra. Cat's orgy. Make love, not... We'll hang this in the kind of crappy wing. And just like an episode of South Park, most modern art is created in under 6 days. Coming up, squares dancing. How would I show you on the dance floor that I am rhythmically gifted for an entire circadian rhythm cycle? Oh, player 3! Who's player 2? You've been screwed! You got 5 seconds! The circadian rhythm is a full 24-hour period. And after the 24-hour mark, I pull out the running man. That's when things really get nuts. Sorry, player 3, the screw had other plans. That brings a close to round 1, and player 2 is out in front, but that could change mighty quick. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And keep in mind, a wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Okay, how about it? This one's known as a trunk full of junk. Okay, just need to slowly sip from this comically full cup of scalding hot coffee here.
Hey, Danny!
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me! Out of my way, Dunny. I'm going on vacation to the Iberian Peninsula.
Okay. What countries are you going to visit on the Iberian Peninsula?
All of them. Which of these places will I not see on my trip to the Iberian Peninsula? Spain, Portugal, Andorra, or Belgium?
Players 1 and 2?
Spain takes up like the whole thing, Dunny.
Player 3?
Spain, Portugal, and Andorra are all on the Iberian Peninsula. Belgium isn't. Which is too bad. I was hoping to get a Belgian waffle.
Hey, careful with those high-calorie treats, Billy. The weight will go directly to my hand.
Yeah, I'll do the jokes around here, mister.
Question 7! Yeah, bitch, ain't your monkey bang.
Like, the whole thing.
And on its way, Gwen at Work. Which no doubt song is no doubt the closest to the title of E.B. White's classic children's novel. Don't Speak, Just a Girl, Bathwater, or Spiderwebs. Want to see the right answer? E.B. White is known for writing Charlotte's Web.
Wrong answer.
Charlotte's Web is, of course, the story about people being surprised a pig could holla back. Players 1, 2, and 3? Shh, don't say a word. Because you just won a mime umbrella from the Mime Weather Channel, where there's 100% chance of no talking. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise.
Yeah, that was before you did
Follow me down to the sea.
How dare you?
Take a stab at this food is delicious. If you've been poisoned by the poissonnier at a fancy restaurant, who almost killed you? The head chef, the pastry chef, the sauce chef, or the fish chef? Player 1.
Swing and a miss.
Players 2 and 3? I mean, in their own way, the pastry chef is always killing you, just much more slowly. I so wanted you to pick this one. At fancy restaurants, the fish chef is called the poissonnier. At At less fancy restaurants, he's called the guy who heats up the filet-o-fish.
I know volleyball.
How about Wherefore Fart Thou? Say there were a series of children's potty training books based on the works of William Shakespeare. Which of these titles would tell the story of someone trying to get on a throne? Romeo and Juliet, Osmello, Antony and Cleopatra, or As You Wipe? Player 1. Antony and Cleopatra, based on Antony and Cleopatra, would tell the story of a troubled romance while Antony attempts to take the throne of the Roman emperor. And while it's a great educational book, nothing helps a child learn to go number 2 like Richard the Turd. Players 2 and 3, sweet dreams.
Wait, you think it's going to be Macbeth? I thought it was going to be Macbeth, though. Black put Othello.
It's time for freedom! The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest civilian award in the United States. According to the White House, the award recognizes those who have made an especially meritorious contribution to the security or national interests of the United States, world peace, cultural or other significant public or private endeavors. Who has not yet won the highest civilian award in America, the prestigious Presidential Medal of Freedom? Barry Manilow, Julia Child, Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's, or Mr. Rogers? Players 1, 2, and 3. Julia Child, Dave Thomas, and Mr. Rogers all won Presidential Medals of Freedom, all from George W. Bush, by the way. No Barry Manilow. But I'm sure he will win one somewhere down the road. And the president will say, Barry, this one's for you. Looks like you made it. And Barry will say, thank you, Mandy. Copacabana. Welcome to the attack. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Disguise the limit. What disguise do they wear? Good luck. It's player 2! Player 2, that was a nice win. You should be very proud. I mean, not too proud. Your competition was kind of lame. But just say medium proud, you know, not like you cured cancer proud, more like you just learned how to defrost a refrigerator kind of proud. And here's something else you should learn.
You don't know Jack!
You don't know.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I got my start as a 17th century chimney sweep. You know, they say all good things come in threes, like Well, maybe not. Handle those screws carefully. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Giant kitchen appliances. Huge, elegant, completely impractical. Giant kitchen appliances.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's begin.
Get ready, time for question.
First question, kiss my mascot. Which of these mascots is often seen with a bumbershoot? Mr. Peanut, the Morton Salt Girl, the Pillsbury Doughboy, or the Jolly Green Giant? Player one. That was quality. It was begging to be picked. Now, bumbershoot is another term for an umbrella, which is a classic part of the Morton Salt Girl mascot. But you know what she needs more than a bumbershoot? A little common sense. She's spilling that salt everywhere. Players 2 and 3? I think you left your brain in your grocer's freezer. But you'll have plenty of room to defrost it in a macrowave from Giant Kitchen Appliances. Giant power cord not included. This wrong answer of the game has earned you $4,000. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
We did it.
Coming up next, Rift Shop. I'm in favor of musicians who use symbols in their names. Pink uses the exclamation point, Questlove uses a question mark, and U2 uses a horseshoe. You sure about that? Okay, I'm told that it's actually just a U. Anyway, if Macklemore wanted to shorten his name using a symbol, what would be the best choice? Player 3, where's that screw going? Uh-oh, player 3? Did you really mean to choose yourself? I only ask because most people like to keep their cash. We'll try not to let that ruin the rest of the game. Player 2? Ow. Player 1. This is the greater than symbol, so it roughly translates to Macklemore. But I've heard that Thrift Shop song enough times. I'm ready for some Mackle less. Am I right?
Dance with me, disco free.
And now, fighting fire with love. And it's time for a 4-alarm dis or dat. Player 1. Why don't you play this dis or dat and see if you can't catch up a bit? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's an online dating site or a movie about firefighters. If it's a dating site, press the square button. If it's a firefighter movie, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Try to pick an answer before player 1. If player 1 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone else who got it right. Ready? Let's go. Ablaze. Tinder. Scorched. Spark. Backdraft. Heat feel. Firestorm. Oh, so close to perfect. I bet you feel like an ash hole. I don't use dating sites. I meet girls the old-fashioned way by starting a fire in my house and hoping one of them will save me. I call this one, here's egg on your pantaloons. If while cleaning up the remains of Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men got covered in his albumin, what might they later ask their dry cleaner? Can you get egg yolk out of silk tights? Can you get egg whites out of billowy cotton shirts? Can you get eggshell out of feathered caps? Or can you get blood out of horsehair? Players 1, 2, and 3. The white of an egg is its albumin. Or as Humpty Dumpty calls it, my guts! My guts! They're everywhere! her up for. Fortune favors the crave. Oh man, I'm starving. Luckily, I stole 18 fortune cookies on my last trip to Walks Up.
Cookie, fortune, cookie messages.
And my fortune says, birds of a feather flock together. Okay, if that's true, then which of these bird pairs probably wouldn't hang out with each other? Alright, player 2, you're screwed, player 3. 5 seconds to pick an answer. Excuse me. Nice screw work there, player 2. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 2, you ducked up. Player 1, Foghorn Leghorn is a rooster, and the Peanuts Woodstock is a tiny yellow bird of undetermined species, but definitely not a chicken. So you'd expect Foghorn Leghorn to hang out with other roosters and Woodstock with other tiny yellow birds. But instead, they both hang out almost exclusively with dogs. Cartoons are just so unrealistic. That's the end of round 1, and player 1 is winning. Think that might change soon? Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And don't forget about your screws. I didn't hand them out for my health. Next, Leonardo decapitated. If it were based on the original Beowulf story, which part would not exist in the Martin Scorsese film The Beowulf of Wall Street? Leonardo DiCaprio? Player 1, who's getting... Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds. Player 1, your screw worked out. Grab a few more bucks, why don't you? Players 1 and 2? Grendel's father is not a character in Beowulf, so he isn't in the Beowulf of Wall Street. His story was cut out by Scorsese in order to trim the film down to a svelte 4-hour and 58-minute running length.
Question 7. Well, let's change your bang.
Here's one for you. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Nickname of star NFL cornerback Charles Tillman. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 1. That answer has a hole in it. Players 2 and 3. Charles Tillman, NFL cornerback who's played for the Chicago Bears, is more commonly known as Peanut Tillman. And if you don't think Peanut is an intimidating nickname, just ask the millions of people around the world who suffer from peanut allergies. Peanuts are scary as shit.
Follow me down to the sea.
No, it was the big one.
Take a good look at revenge is a dish best administered rectally.
Oh, my butt.
Oh, don't mind that moaning. That's just Bob the producer in the bathroom. He got back from his trip to Mexico the other day and he's experiencing a tiny case of Montezuma's Revenge. Hang in there, Bob.
Oh God, this is the worst day of my life. Oh.
Try not to clog the toilet. Considering who it's named for, what could Bob the producer scream while experiencing his tiny case of Montezuma's Revenge? Curse you, King of the Incas! Darn you, King of the Aztecs! Blast you, King of the Mayan! Player 3. Players 1 and 2. Correct answer, show yourself. Montezuma's Revenge is a reference to the Aztec king Montezuma II, who was defeated by the Spanish conquistadors. Hey Bob, I appreciate your work ethic, but maybe you should be doing this at home.
Yeah, I'd rather not do something this disgusting to my own toilet.
You sure?
Here we have Every Day I'm Buffering.
Every day I'm buffering.
Because the title contains a prime number, what would be the most appropriate movie to stream via Amazon Prime? 8 Mile, 21 Jump Street, 47 Ronin, or 2001 A Space Odyssey? Players 1, 2, and 3. A prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself in 1. And for some reason, 0 and 1 don't count. I don't make up the rules. Blah, blah, blah. Math, math, math. 47 is the only prime number. Well, it took a while, but I finally came up with parameters that would make it acceptable for me to sit down and watch a Keanu Reeves movie.
Sorry.
May I introduce Jingle Jangle? Who played the lead in Django Unchained? Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx, or Jamie Foxx? Players 1, 2, and 3. Jamie Foxx's last name has 2 X's in it. The first X is silent.
Keep on.
Brace yourself for... Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. My band has a great fictional sound. In which film can I find these fake bands? Good luck.
What was the connections?
Fake band.
Okay. Fake band.
Muppets are really good. That's what I said.
Excellent. No, did I win?
Player 2 has it! Player 2, great game, nice solid win. To put things in perspective though, it's just a trivia game. You're still gonna die someday, and
You don't know Jack!
See,
You don't know Jack!
you're an asshole. You're saying like you haven't even won.
I mean, I've only received the first 2 X's.
hey, this is Cookie, and these birds are doing a poor job of dressing me. Oh, come on, you call that a winter knot? You three want to lighten up? That tension is so thick in here I could cut it with my butt cheeks. Everyone's got a nice little screw. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by...
Accordion to Jim Accordion Store. Your one-stop shop for all your accordion needs. Well, needs is probably a strong word. Desires, yes, accordion desires. No, that's probably too strong too. Look, if you have or want an accordion, just come here.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question.
To get things rolling, let's get this potato salad started.
Let's get this.
Let's say cannibals catch the singer Pink and throw her on the grill. Based on the minimum steak temperature set by the USDA, when might the cannibals stop calling her Pink and instead refer to her as well done? When she reaches 130 degrees Fahrenheit, when she reaches 150 degrees Fahrenheit, when she reaches 170 degrees. Players 1 and 2? What? No. Player 3? According to the USDA, a steak is well done when it hits 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And before serving, you'll want to trim off the gristle and the tattoos. Coming up, you are who some computer nerd tells you are. So, I don't know what it is, but I just can't stop taking these Zimbio quizzes. So far, I've learned that I'm Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars, Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch, and Sofia Coppola in The Godfather Part 3. It's actually been a depressing couple of days. But, tell me this. Which of these Zimbio quizzes might tell me I'm Zambia? Which Northern African country are you? Which Southern African... Player 3, who gets your screw? Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Zambia is located in Southern Africa. To be honest, I kind of wanted Zambia, so I may not have answered the quiz questions entirely truthfully. My major export isn't really refined copper, but who's gonna know? Can't get rid of that screw so easily, Player 3.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Let's try Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Subject of a 1988 Australian comedy film that was a hit in Australia but a dud in the United States. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein. Player 2, who's gonna get that screw? Believe it, Player 3, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to answer. Young Einstein was a 1988 Australian comedy about, you guessed it, a young Albert Einstein who discovers the secret of splitting the beer atom. Americans didn't buy it because it was too absurd. I mean, come on, we all know he split the beer atom when he was in his 60s. That's not young. Hate to break the news to you, Player 2. Say hello to some mean jeans. Suppose the logo on the back pocket of your Versace jeans had the same abilities as the magical creature it represents. What would be the penalty for people checking out your butt? Your butt was... Player 1, who you get... The screw is in you, Player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. That's how you screw, Player 1. You want even more cash? Players 1 and 3? Yep, the Versace logo is modeled after the head of Medusa, so careful where you stare. But I guess it wouldn't be the first time staring at a butt made someone turn hard. Hey-yo! Open wide for Parliament for the course. And this dis or dat is to the death. Player 2, why don't you play this dis or dat and see if you can catch up? I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a British Prime Minister or the name of a character from the Hunger Games. If it's a Prime Minister, press the square button. If it's the Hunger Games, press the circle button. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Make your selections before Player 2, because if Player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. Okay, we're off. Archibald Primrose. Benjamin Disraeli. Primrose Everdeen. Augustus Fitzroy. Plutarch Heavensby. Clement Attlee. Coriolanus Snow. Goodbye, Governor.
Can I just say that? Did one of them have a Who?
I went on vacation to Britain once. Have you tasted the food they have there? The whole trip was like a Hunger Game. That'll wrap up round 1, and Player 1 is ahead. But there's more trivia to come. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And hint, hint, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Alright, let's get back to it.
before
This one's called Your Invisible Horse is Stylin'. If Gangnam Style singer Psy also wanted to be known for his gingham style, what would you most likely see him wearing? A paisley bow tie, a polka dot dinner jacket, a checkered dress shirt, or a pair of zigzag dress pants? Players 1 and 2, get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Player 3, gingham is a plain weave cotton fabric that commonly has a checkered pattern. And if you haven't heard of gingham style, it was a one-stitch wonder.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Up next, Forever 21 proof. I was shopping for clothes at the mall. I never buy clothes on the internet, only authentic clothes at the mall. And I walked by this clothing store, Forever 21. Why does everyone want to look younger than they are? Where should you shop if you want to look like you recently joined the AARP? Forever 41, Forever 51, Forever 61, or Forever 71? Player 3? Huh? Players 1 and 2? AARP is an organization for Americans over 50. Forever 51 is a great place to buy high-waisted pants, Crocs, golf shirts, mom jeans, non-prescription reading glasses, suspenders, and maybe a gun.
Follow me down to the sea.
They've not been injured in a while.
Here's a good one. This place is a real hip joint. Which of these hipster bones is so hip it hangs out at the hip joint? A humorist wearing a headband, a femur buying mustache wax, a fibula drinking a PBR, or a clavicle shopping for vintage vinyl? Player 1. The femur is the pretentious mustache over grooming thigh bone that meets with the pelvis to make a hip joint. Personally, I prefer to hang out at the proximal phalange bone. You've probably never heard of it. Player 3, sucks to be you. Player 2, it's humorous how wrong you are. This one's called Quench Your Thirst for Solitude. Instead of drenching football coaches in a Gatorade bath when they win the Super Bowl, I think they should let the coaches take a nice real bath in Gatorade. They've earned it. If Super Bowl winning coach Pete Carroll took a relaxing bath in the original Gatorade flavor, what might he be doing? Reading a romance novel in a tub of lemon lime? Listening to a Seal album in a tub of orange? Painting his nails in a tub of fruit punch? Or playing a flute in a tub of melon? Player 3, interesting choice. Players 1 and 2? It's so obvious. Lemon lime was the original flavor of Gatorade. And a Gatorade bath is really the best way to make sure that Gatorade is in you. Here's one for you. Debate watchers.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
I'm not a fan either.
And you'll get a fat tip for a right answer. Arrange these U.S. presidents from skinniest to fattest, based on their weight while in office. Bill Clinton, William Howard Taft, Harry Truman, Truman Taft Clinton, Clinton Truman Taft, Taft Clinton Truman, or Truman Clinton Taft. Player 1. Truman weighed 185 pounds in office, Clinton weighed 216 pounds, and Big Boy Taft weighed 330 pounds. You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that. Taft had to have his trousers let out a few times to accommodate his weight gains, or as his tailor would discreetly put it, it's, time to gerrymander your knickers, sir. Player 2, can't do anything right, can you? Player 3, step right up. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Let's get fingered. Hopefully you can finger the right suspects.
It just said that the link? Let's get fingers. What was the link then?
That's the answer what finger is talking about.
It's literally did the link. Oh, yeah, of course. It's quite hard when we throw one up because the brain actually goes to the button. Seems like an obvious.
Player one with the win! Player one, you really humiliated those two. Hope they don't take it out on you after the game. Remember, you can run and you can hide, but... You don't know Jack!
Like, what's happening when we start playing this? Are we switching to a different Jackbox game, or are you normal?
I mean, that's thing. Probably going home.
Cool.
Hi, this is Cookie, and before we get started, I want everybody to check under their seats. Feel that? That's the underside of a seat. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, you three, strip to the waist and let's get started. Kidding, kidding! Please don't. You all take care of those screws now. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Spray-on sunburn. A healthy way to look damaged.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Alright, here goes nothing.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's begin with Mr. Universe sure is sparkly. Say the muscular Mr. Clean decides to start training for a professional weightlifting competition. While practicing for the clean and jerk portion of the competition, what might you see him do? Lift the barbell to his collarbone, then above his bald head. Lift the barbell to his waist, then above his bald head. Player 2, goodness, player 1, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. The clean and jerk properly executed requires that the weightlifter first lift the barbell up to rest on his collarbone and deltoids, and then straight up over his head. Mr. Clean does it all alone, too. He refuses to have somebody spot him because the man just really hates spots. Player 2, that was your screw, wasn't it? This one's known as I got me gun aimed at your heart chakra, and it's a bloody disodat.
No one put in an answer when
Player
the
2,
thing was getting done.
you're in last place, so go ahead and play this one and make things right. I am going to read off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a yoga pose or the title of a Jason Statham movie. If it's a yoga pose, press the square button. If it's Jason Statham, press the circle button. Now, I need the rest of you to pay attention.
Yoga or
Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. We good? Here we go. Warrior! Plank! Crank! Safe! Warrior 2! Cobra! Snatch! Your performance was like a fart in a yoga class.
Rather than just calling it something else, go to position. No. Hang the fuck off.
They offer free yoga classes here at the office every Thursday. Unfortunately, Thursdays are the days I pick up my weekly 4 cases of Slim Jims at Costco, so I can't make it.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Then it's not a pose.
Coming up, I don't know how much an upright vacuum costs. Which company's logo would make the best name tag on The Price is Right? Target's, Best Buys, Walmart's, or Macy's? Player 1 is... Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. The Best Buy logo is a giant yellow price tag. Much like the yellow price tag-shaped name tags contestants wear on The Price is Right. But then you'd have to convince Drew Carey your name is Best Buy. Maybe it's a family name, and then if you won, they'd make the check out to Best Buy. Yeah, it's not worth it. Sadly, player 1, you were the one who got screwed.
I probably would have chosen Target. But I went
Take a good look at Hidden Wood.
And then
You know what? Screw it. Let's do a Billy O'Brien question.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Hello, Billy.
I'm not Dilly. I'm Dilly Sifter Daddy.
Wait, what?
You heard me. Is this thing on? Okay. Which of these famous tuttets is not a female tuttet like me? Miss Tiggy, Sherry Lewis's Landshot, Toto Gigio, or Noki Fraggle?
Player 3? No. Player 2?
Oh, come on! Miss Tiggy, you're just trying to do wrong.
Player 1. Billy.
Daddy.
Betty, what are you doing? And why are you wearing that wig?
Just read the answer, Dunny.
Miss Piggy, Lamb Chop, and Moki are all females, I guess. But Topo Gigio, the famous puppet mouse from the Ed Sullivan Show, is a boy. Not to be disrespectful, but I guess I don't think of puppets as really having any gender at all.
Well, if you buy me a few drinks sometime, Mr. Masterson, I could certainly prove you wrong.
Let's talk about this off mic. Here we have cross-dressing at cross purposes. Well, that was, weird. It gets me thinking. If RuPaul got really into physics, how would she change the name of her reality show Drag Race? RuPaul's Vector Potential Race? RuPaul's Retarding Force Race? RuPaul's Kinetic Energy Race? Or RuPaul's Relativistic Mass Race? Player 1. Players 2 and 3. To quote RuPaul, sashay away. Here's what you meant to pick. Drag is the lessening or retarding force on an object from wind or fluid resistance. And when you're cross-dressing, you have to be very careful about where your fluid resistance is coming from.
I was hung up on the fifth.
That's all we got for round 1. And player 1 is in the lead. This could get interesting. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And don't forget, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Okay then, here we go. Take a stab at McConaughey there. If Matthew McConaughey went to visit his ancestral home of Scotland, what side of the road would he drive on? Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, but a little left. All left, all left, all left. Or all one way, all one way, all one way. Player 1. All wrong, all wrong, all wrong. Players 2 and 3. In Scotland, like in the rest of the UK, cars always drive on the left side of the street. If you drive down the right side in Scotland, you'll get killed.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Open wide for gagging on the couch. There are so many characters in the Simpsons universe, I still don't know how many total because there are more of them than there are fingers at this office. I may have to figure out a different way to count. Maybe this Geiger counter over here. If I use a Geiger counter, which character from The Simpsons will it definitely count? Duff Man, Crazy Cat Lady, Radioactive Man. Players 1 and 2? The Geiger counter is an instrument used to pick up radioactivity levels, so it would definitely pick up Radioactive Man. Radiation can last thousands of years, or a couple of seasons less than The Simpsons. Player 3? It looks like you got burned. And now you can get burned for weeks to come with a can of Spray-On Sunburn you just won from Spray-On Sunburn. Spray-On Sunburn, the safe, easy way to look sunburned fast. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet.
Follow me down to the sea.
It's hurtful. I fought my way back into the positive.
I call this one A Chew Good Men. Oh shoot, my panini press is broken. I guess I'll have to eat something else. Oh damn, I love that panini press. Okay, my fortune reads, don't have a cow. Oh, alright, I'm calm. And to prove it, which of these actions would be an example of me not having a cow? Me having a female elephant? Oh, player 3, who's getting the screw job? Player 2, you've been screwed, you got 5 seconds. A female bear is a sow. The other females listed here are known as cows. This was a hypothetical question, by the way. I've never given birth to any kind of animal that I know of. Am I right? Ask now for whom the screw tolls, player 3.
Wasn't sure about the other one either, but I was sure about the bear.
Up next, Pitbull isn't dangerous, he's just misunderstood. What if the singers of Timber had no timbre? Kesha and Pitbull's voices would be barely audible. Kesha and Pitbull's voices would be way too loud. Kesha and Pitbull's voices would be indistinguishable. Or Kesha and Pitbull's voices would be completely off-key. Player 3? Player 2? Congratulations, not. Player 1. The timbre of your voice or an instrument is what makes it distinguishable from someone else's voice or another instrument. So timbre with no timbre would mean that Kesha and Pitbull sound exactly alike. But with technology today, who knows what singers actually sound like anyway? I mean, take my voice for example. If we don't adjust it...
Then I sound way different. I mean, can you hear how nasally I am?
And on its way, Occupy Moose Street. I find 1% milk to be the most unfair dairy product of all. Why should all the milk fat be contained in that tiny 1% of itself? How about some fat for the rest of us? But I'm sure it's got a good excuse. What might my carton of 1% milk say about how 1% of itself came to control all the milk fat? It took years of hard work and chemical extraction of fat. I got up off my butt and boiled away the excess fat. I used my brain power and... Player 3? Whole milk, which contains about 3% milk fat, is centrifuged or spun at a high rate of speed until the heavier fat is separated from the rest of the milk. They can then add however much fat they require. And sometimes when cows give a lot of milk, it's too big to pail. Player 1, let this be a lesson to you. Player 2,
Damn.
brace yourself for the attack. When you... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. I'm a sexy French maid, and this is a stick-up. The robbers in these movies were disguised as what? Good luck.
What did you say? What are we doing?
What's Robin did he dress up as? I think Naomi's won that.
Player 2 is our winner!
I'm the best!
Gee, Player 2, I honestly didn't know if you'd be able to pull that one out. I mean, really, what evidence have you given that you can succeed at anything? Need I remind you?
You know